Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Tactical Fortitude. 12 minutes behind schedule. That is 100% my fault. I had bad work stuff dealing with. I've got the boys here. We'll get straight into it. I will bring them in, but I will say, Paddy, when I'm watching that intro, my favorite bit is you sitting there and knowing that you have the multiple screens, and I'm watching your eyes go. It's so cool. How are you, boys?
Good. I will say, if you guys have noticed, I think my edits are getting better. So, like the newer songs that I've done looked a lot better. Like the Champ Chat one looks a lot better aesthetically than this one did. This was my first one. I need to go back through it and fix it. But yeah,
Paddy,
good
I
stuff.
love the fact that he's just giving himself props right there.
Hey,
no, it's okay. We're
getting
gonna
better.
keep beating them until we get to version 7.
Hey, I'm getting there. Hey, me, AI, and some time, and I cause trouble. We do good
boys,
things.
EFL, we're away. Norwich this weekend and Leicester next week. But Norwich first up. Let's get into it. I mean, I'm late. I know you boys are champing at the bit. Hit me with it.
Yes. All right. So Norwich, team we've already played, beat them 3-2 at their place. It's a really good game. And actually, if everyone remembers, this was the first game that we actually played our version of the 3-4-3. Now, we didn't play Windass and Broadhead together. It was, I can't remember which one started. It was one or the other, plus O'Brien started that game. But it was the first time we saw us do it in the league. So that stood out to me. And it was very, we were excited about it and we were hoping we'd stick with it. And then we kind of went back away from it. And then, of course, on this recent run, we've gone back to it and really cut loose. So that's fun. But a couple things on Norwich. They did get a new manager in. He did change their system. They were playing a version of the 3-4-3/3-5-2, kind of depending on who they were playing against and who they had available. So there's a lot of, it was very similar to how we play. Is how they played. They were very open at the back when we played them. Obviously, scored 3 goals. Really cut them to pieces. And the. A lot has changed from that game. They're much more compact defensively. They play a 4-2-3-1 in attack, and it's really kind of a 4-4-2-ish, and it changes in defense. But they do seem to be a little better defensively, a little more solid at the back. They're not conceding as many goals at the moment, but they are still conceding. So I believe their last league game was against Stoke. They lost 2-0. And I believe that was a home game for them as well. Their starting lineup for that game was Kovacic at the back, and then the back four of Fisher on the right, McConville and Darling, the 2 center backs, and then Mahavo as the left back. Then you had Matson and McLean as the 2 defensive mids. Matson's actually a pretty good player. Just one to keep an eye on, and so is McLean. And then they played with Makama on the right, Jurisic as the number 10, which is the attacking midfielder right behind the striker. For those of you not sure, and then right on the left, right with a W on the left, and then of course Josh Sargent up top. Now the interesting thing is a lot of stories coming out with Josh Sargent. Apparently, texting the coach saying he's unavailable because of transfer stuff over the weekend. So he wasn't available for their cup game, which honestly, let me get you guys' opinion on. There's been a lot said about this, and a lot of people are very negative towards him. I find it odd that he needed to make that text, because why in God's name are you starting Josh Sargent against Walsall? I mean, just seriously, why are we starting our best player against a team that we should be smashing with our second stringers?
Okay,
Your thoughts on that, Paddy?
just a little bit here. We don't know he was starting or playing that match. He was essentially removing himself from the entire match. He could have been sitting the bench.
But
If they're losing.
To me, like I get why people would be upset. I understand. Like I'd be upset. Like if Kiefer Moore did that to us, I can understand you'd be upset about it. But at the same time, like I'd also be upset if we played Kiefer Moore against Walsall. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be happy if we were going to do that. Now, as to your point, we don't know that he was going to start that game, and we never will. But like that's something that nobody's talked about yet. You know what I mean? Like nobody's brought up the other side of it. It's like why is he even being considered? Like I understand your point. You know, maybe sit him on the bench, and if you need him, throw him on at the end. You understand that? I can understand that, but it does seem kind of odd. I don't know.
Okay. I don't really. Hang on, I'm gonna sort that.
Yeah. So there's two thought patterns for me here, Aaron.
Yeah.
First thought pattern is purely from a playing perspective. Are you playing Josh Sargent against Walsall? So purely from a playing perspective, no issues politically about transfers or anything like that.
Right. Yeah.
No, you're not. But you would have him on the bench because things go pear shaped and it's 1-1 with 20 minutes to go. Bring Sargent on. You know, so that's for me how strategically you probably play that out as a team.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's purely looking at it from a playing perspective. Now, secondly, let's look at it now from a psychological strategy, like how they're playing out this whole, is he going, is he not going? So the whole team dynamic. So Josh Sargent wants out. Team knows he wants out. All the management owners, everybody knows he wants out. He wants to go. So do you want that person playing in your squad? A, against Walsall? Well, still no is the short answer for that. But you probably still want him on the bench. Now, B, going forward against Wrexham this weekend, do you want a player that is causing disruption and making problems with the harmony in the squad with your team? And the short answer to that is no, you don't.
Right.
So
I agree. I agree. You don't want him in. Yeah, you definitely don't want him in. I guess my other thing is while yes, he is, you could look at it as he's causing a disruption, but also who really caused the disruption? Because he didn't say nothing to anybody other than the manager. It's the manager that come out and threw him under the bus. And so
we don't
I
know
think
what
he's got but nobody, it wasn't being reported until the manager comes out and says, this is what happened. And he threw him under the bus and is like, I mean, kind of getting what you asked, you kind of, did it to yourself there. Like, I don't, like, you could have kept that quiet. Like, he could have kept that between them and just, if you really wanted to, and then you could have still picked him for this week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could have been available for Saturday if you really wanted him, which you can make the argument that they may be better without him right now because McComa's playing out of his mind. I think they're better off with McComa up top than they are Sargent at the moment. But just, as an argument, I do feel like the manager has got to take some blame in that because he didn't have to do it. And again, I still I wanted to bring this up because I've listened to like several podcasts of different, from all the ones from everybody watches them, the Benjamin Blooms and the like, and they're all great. Those guys do great stuff, but nobody has brought up this side of it. You know what I mean? Nobody gave it a different, the other viewpoint. And so it's something that could have stayed between him and the manager. The rest of the team didn't even need to know. They could have just kept like, you know what, you're right. I'm not going to select you. But then now I can understand if it's a league game. Now it's like, okay, I need to be able to select you. You know what I mean? understand you want to move, but you need to be, and then you can make a bigger deal out of it. But we're talking about a game against Walsall that they won 5-1. They didn't need him. They absolutely didn't need him. So I think they caused themselves more problems than it needed to be. Personally,
your thoughts, Paddy?
Yeah, thinking of it from, I suppose, looking at the player, he should not be talking to other clubs without his club being well aware that this is happening, first of all. So there should have been no surprise whatsoever that he may want a little bit of time off if you're at an advanced stage. Now, if he is going behind the back of the club and starting these deals and he's pushing for it, then A, he's in the wrong. But let's go another step. Have the club basically ignored him and his wishes for how long? He probably told them in the summer, is the rumor we got, that he's kind of looking for a move, but he didn't get maybe as big a move as he wanted in the summer. Maybe the club didn't get as much money as they wanted. And this is the problem with holding on to players once they are good enough to go. If you take it from the Parky side of keeping a good dressing room and looking after all the players, if your big star can go for big money, I think you have to let them go. And you should never be dependent on that one person, because you're going to get screwed. Now, it turns out maybe they're not dependent on him, but these are the problems that you potentially have.
Good point, Paddy. Quickly, Kelly Davison, $10 super chat, because Aaron was much braver than I am. I was too chicken to broach this subject. We're all the farm animals here, Kelly. We're the goats. We're geese. I'm trying to think of another farmer. Yeah, I'm the donkey. You can say what you want for that.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much. Yeah, this was something. I just thought, like, a lot of people didn't want to. Basically, it was the easy route was to say this is a terrible move. He's being selfish. He shouldn't be like that. And I agree with that. I do. There is a bit of that in this, but I felt like the club could have done a lot better job of dealing with it.
Also, with team harmony. So you're training through the week, right? And you've got let's call Josh Sargent your number one striker, then your number two, then your number three, and so on and so forth. You're the number three guy there, and Sargent wants out, and the manager's going, well, I'm still going to pick him on the weekend, even though he's publicly sending text saying, I don't want to play. How does that make that guy feel, who's busting his butt on the training pitch to get into the starting lineup or the bench? And, so you have to think of how, like you just said, team harmony. Because what I'm noticing, and this has happened every year with Wrexham, you watch when someone scores a goal or someone does something fantastic, there's 5-6 guys running over there with massive smiles on their face on a goal especially. But then when someone makes a great defensive play, you look at Callum Doyle and AO coming over and giving each other a low five or well done, and this sort of thing. You can see the harmony. And that's what's not happening when things like this are happening off the pitch.
Yeah. And I mean, to your point earlier, Pat, now you definitely don't want him in the squad this weekend. You know what I mean? Because it just causes an issue.
Well, we don't.
We definitely don't. But also, like they don't want him in there now either, because now it is a problem. But like I said, that's a problem that probably didn't need to be. You know what I mean? Like, it probably didn't need to happen. And and we don't know. He may have said, yeah, I'm not available until the end of the window. You know what I mean? And so, but we don't know that for sure. You know what I mean? We don't know that.
But what we do know is that he said he wasn't available for the Walsall game.
Exactly.
We know that.
I believe that's the truth. I don't have any problem believing that he sent a message or whatever saying, look, I'm making myself unavailable for this cup match. And this is the reason. I believe that. Do you believe Parky would ever have said that?
No, I think Parky.
If a player did it to him. Now, I think Parky would be pissed and probably rip him out of the team.
Oh, yeah.
And deal with it a different way. But do you think he would ever have dropped a player like that?
Parky is very...
Yeah.
And you think about some of the rumors we've heard, like, but we'll never know if any of it was true because it just does not come out. You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
Like we hear rumors of dust ups with players being upset with Parkey over. I mean, we've heard. I mean, I remember last year was Mullen. We heard him and Parkey had a falling
having
out,
issues. Yeah.
and then they may have, but we'll never know because it was kept behind closed. You know what I mean? Parkey never came to the podium and said, "Well, Mullen's out because he did this." And
He's a horse's ass, and he did this, and he
yeah,
did X, and he
exactly
did
right.
Y.
And he just never would do that. And I think a good manager wouldn't ever do that. Like it never needed to be to CK Cratley there, or CX Cratley, sorry, said, it, no matter how this occurred, it should not have been done in public. And I 100% agree.
Not at this stage.
Not yet. Yeah.
If the deal is done, I can understand a manager then blowing off a little bit of steam
for sure
and saying, right, he's leaving. I wasn't happy about the way it was dealt with, but we're moving on. You know what I mean? Just kind of throwing. Sometimes managers do throw a little bit of shade at a player as they're on their way out the door, but at least it's done and dusted then. It's finished. Doesn't matter. But yeah, Parkey is a little bit more sensible than that, I think.
So I love the fact that we're going, Parkey. What about parking? Imagine parking.
He won't go near a camera. It's very rare you catch him on camera.
I
know he's doing the podcast. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The podcast. Have you listened to it?
I haven't listened to it yet. No.
It was pretty decent. I mean, nothing mind blowing, but it was a good little podcast.
Just a quick sidebar. When Parkey gets a match ban, I immediately go, okay, so now Parkin's going to be standing there on the sideline. Is that better or worse? In terms of, I'm not talking in terms of tactics. I'm talking in terms of blood boiling.
They did talk about that with him today. I know we're a little off topic here, but while we're talking about it, they in the podcast that they did, it was Ben Tozer and Ben Foster. And they were talking to him about how many games he's managed, or been the assistant manager in Parkey, and it's something like over 700 games. But prior to that, he was a manager. Like he was a manager in his own right before that. And so he was talking about how his management style has had to change over the years because used to you just dig right into guys and they take it, and he's like, nowadays he gives the players you can't do it quite like we used to, you know what I mean? Because they're just, people are raised different now, and they don't have, it's just different. They don't never, it's just a different animal, and you have to change what you're doing. But yeah, you can tell he's very comfortable being the assistant manager.
Well, I love it. There's so much to talk about right now. We're 20 minutes in, and we haven't gotten to Norwich yet, really.
I know. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, very little. We went through the lineup. Real quick, I just wanted to throw up some of their or I was going to call out some of their stats for the season.
Just before you do that, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Earlier, you were saying who was up front for us for that match. I pulled it up. It's Moore, Windass, and O'Brien started that match.
Okay. That might have been, if I'm remembering, that may have been while Broadhead may have been injured at that time. Remember, he got early, and I remember him getting injured early, and
yeah. And did you say they're now playing 4 at the back?
Yes, they went to a 4-2-3-1. Yeah.
Yeah, they played a 3-4-3 against us as well.
Yeah, they did. They played 3 at the back. They looked like the worst team in the league. I remember it clearly when we played them in that game. It was absolutely, they were terrible. Manning was the manager then, no longer the manager. New manager, new form. Myself personally, I'm discounting that game totally. Like we're playing different.
It is very different, and that's going to be my next point. Is as you were calling out the players that were in their last lineup, about 50% of them were different from the starting lineup of that match as well. Yeah. So they have changed around players a lot. So yeah, completely different team.
Yeah. Okay, so just going into some of their stats, what they do well. So goals per match, they rank 18th in the league at 1.1 per game, goals per game. And just for reference, we are 7th in the league at 1.5 per game. So better there. Goals conceded per match. They are 22nd in the league at 1.5. So they're conceding
Where are they on
all
the
half
table?
per game. I think they are
21st.
22nd, aren't they? 21st.
Yeah,
They're right.
that's
Yeah,
what I said.
yeah. They are 22nd because they're in the relegation zone. So yeah. Their average possession is 52%, which is ninth highest in the league. Clean sheets, they are dead last in the league with 2. They've only kept 2 clean sheets all season.
Long may that continue.
Yes, please. Yeah, and then big chances. Yeah, there's not much else really. To be honest, they had such a poor run early in the season that they're pretty low on most categories, attacking and defending. They're just not great, but they are getting better. So their form right now, it doesn't sound great, but when you're a team in the relegation zone, it's actually decent. So let me get a little more form here. Okay, so their last league game, they lost 2-0 at home against Stoke, which is a team up and around the playoffs. And then they beat QPR away at QPR 2-1. So I think that's a decent win for them, yeah. Especially, where they're at in the table. Prior to that, they lost at home to Watford, which we know Watford's a really good team. They lost 1-0. That's not, you don't want to lose games, but Watford's a very good team. Prior to that was Charlton. They beat 1-0, which is a big win for them because that's a team that they're competing with around the relegation zone.
Yeah, they started to slide.
They drew 1-1 away at Preston, which I think is a good result for them. That's a playoff team. They were a playoff team at the time. And get a draw there. And then I think the biggest one was probably a 2-1 win at home against Southampton. I think that's a really good win for them.
Yeah.
So they've been hit or miss. It's not, but they're starting to win some games, but they are still losing games too. So, but as you can tell, the most they've given up goals wise was 2. So they're not, most of the games were 1. So they've cut back where earlier in the season they were giving away 3 and 4 goals sometimes, like us, we beat them 3-2. They're recently, it's been, they've been holding teams to 1 or so. The Stoke being the one team that did score 2 on them in the last 5 or so. So they've not been bad. Not been bad. They've definitely been better. But it's a game that I still feel like we show up and do what we've been doing and play well. We should win that game, especially at home. We got them at home. We know how good we are at the race course. Be rocking. We should be able to do just fine. And if we can, the thing is, you feel like if we can score a couple goals, that's probably the game because they're just not a team that scores a ton. So yeah, I'd like to see us run away with it, get it done early. But we'll see.
Well, I got my footy tip in. I got that.
I need to get mine done. I haven't done mine yet. What'd you tip on this one?
3-0.
Ooh, you're big. It's big. 3 goals and a clean sheet. Have you done your tips yet, Patty? Yeah, me neither. I need to go through. I gotta go through. I gotta have a chat with Harry all over. He's gotta get his in too. But
Patty's strategically trying to work out, how to catch up on the sleep.
He's waiting for everybody else to get their tips in, and then he can
That's
adjust.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. All right. Well, okay. So we've talked about Norwich. Was there anything else you guys want to hit on them before we move on? All right. So the big thing we want to do tonight, this is something we've been talking about for a while, is looking at our squad breakdown and how many players we have in the squad and who do we think will go, and we can each kind of do that.
Just quickly, before we go to that, do we want to talk about who's going to play this weekend for us, and then do that as the last thing?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, real quick.
I think that might be better.
Obviously,
we've got,
real quick for us. I think it'll be pretty straightforward. I'd assuming I know Parker said he's been in training. Yeah, AO's I think is a given.
Yep.
I think the back three with Max we're not sure about. He's missed some training, so if Max is missing training, I would assume that's Scar in the middle, Hyam on the right, and Doyle on the left. You guys disagree with that? And
Yep.
again, that's assuming Max is not quite fit.
So it's Scar or Cleworth is the only question mark.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be right. I think everybody's pretty good on that. I'd say probably Kikache on the left. Probably start.
Hopefully,
If he started
yeah.
in the cup game, he should be good.
Mhm.
On the right, we're not sure whether Kabore is ready or not. So if he thinks he's ready, I could see him going with him. I could also see him starting Longman and then bringing Kabore on later in the
Yeah.
game. It just depends on where those are things we just don't know because we don't know where they're at fitness wise. So that's kind of where I'm at on that.
That's my guess. My guess is Longman start.
Longman and then bring on
Bench.
Kabore. Which it wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Matty, you agree? What do you think?
Yeah, I do agree with it. He does like to tend to bring people in for 15, 20 minutes just to give him a stretch at full pace. Because even in training, you often don't hit that absolute top speed. So he does like to do that, but there has been a reasonable amount of time now with him back, and he did get a run out in Africa before he came back.
In Africa,
yeah. So maybe I would not be shocked if he played the whole match, but I would expect him to come on at maybe 60 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the midfield two, I think Sheaf's a shoe-in. I know they said Matty James had some
Back
questions with his
issues,
back.
yeah.
So I guess it depends on that. I honestly, as good as Dobson's been, that wouldn't bother me
But Dobson,
if Dobson plays. If we're protecting Matty James. So
Matty James, which would be a smart thing to do. We've got a pretty compressed schedule now for the rest of the month.
Exactly. I mean, there's no and here's the thing: we're coming into a 3-game week too. So, we've got Saturday to Tuesday. Yeah, it's Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday again. So
an extra 3 days, and Matty James will be ready for that.
Yeah, he's probably could be ready. So yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. Front three, the way Parky talked in his interview that was really, I think, came out today, kind of sounded like Moore's ready. So I think if Kiefer's ready, I think you play him. I think he was close to being ready for the cup game, but I think the fact that you got an extra week off, and that's kind of the way Parky made it sound. I think he had an extra week, and so he was able to really get in with the boys this week and really go hard. So it sounds like he's good to go. So I would say Kiefer up top, and then I'm going to say Broadhead. I think is a shoe in, and then assuming I know we rested Windass. But Parky, because he had some niggling injury stuff.
Issues.
If he's good, I think it's Windass. If not, it wouldn't bother me at all to start Rathbone. I think Rathbone's.
So I think Rathbone was mentioned with injury though as well.
Was he? Okay. I might have missed that one.
I think he's still carrying a little bit of injury. Maybe from that time he got stamped just before he got the goal. He seemed to be carrying it a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't think he's over it again, which is unfortunate if that's the case. Yeah.
So it's probably Windass. It's
most likely. Yeah.
Windass probably starts, and I think that's our best top three.
So then you got guys like Scar or Cleworth on the bench, Thomason on the bench, O'Brien on the bench. Yep. Kabore on the bench. Longman starts.
Oh no, Kabore.
What
am I thinking? Yeah, Kabore or Longman, depending on which way. Not Barton.
Our squad's looking pretty good at the moment.
Patty, were just talking about before we started the show. Is like actually when everybody's healthy, we don't look bad. It's just can everybody stay healthy? That's
the issue is though when someone isn't healthy. Sometimes we're pulling people out of position to cover. We do have cover at the moment, but multiple injuries in the wrong places, and we're a little bit light again.
Just going to throw the hand grenade in there. Andy Cannon on the bench.
Doubt it.
There you go. Never know.
Okay, doubt it. There we go.
I doubt it, but maybe. Who knows?
It's coming, I think, in January. He'll be he'll be on the bench, I think, at some stage in January, in my opinion.
I don't know that I agree with that.
In this compressed period.
I honestly, I'm not sure. And this is just and I'm not saying not that he can't. I don't know where he plays in our midfield in that four. Like,
In that format,
would he play one of the forwards, or for the forward players, or would he play deeper? I would assume one of the deeper, but I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I'm not sure where he'd play. It's interesting. I don't know where he'd play in that, because he's always played in the midfield three for us. So he's always played like the right side of the three, and so we're not really seeing him in the midfield four. So I don't know where he'd play, to be honest. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of with Patty. I don't really see it, but Parky talks about him a lot, though. That's the thing. Like, Parky's like made a point to bring his name up several times.
And do you remember Parky talked about Thomason, and Thomason never got to play?
I know.
And now look at Thomason.
Mm-hmm.
We're going, how great is Thomason? Was like our savior. Macca getting a ban was the best thing that could have ever happened, because we got Thomason at wing back, and now it's like we got a straight up wing back solution.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. This is probably a perfect segue to jump into what we're about to jump into. That's kind of where we're at. That's what we're thinking as far as our starting lineup. We'll see what it comes out. It'll be, it'll be something completely different somehow.
And you'll see it on game.
Parky will go to the back four. It'll be a back four. I tell you what, we go back four this weekend, I will eat my hat on live. I will eat my hat live in front of everybody. So anyway, let's bring this up. So we're gonna do some squad building here, or at least some cutting. Because right now we've got what I'm seeing, I think 31 first team players. Now 2 of those are under 21, so they don't count toward the squad. And so bring that up and let's have a look at this. So starting in the back, you've got Okonkwo, Ward, and Burton. 3 goalkeepers.
3 great goalkeepers, by the way.
Yes, good options. Then center backs, we've got Scar, Doyle, Brunt, Hyam, Cody, Cleworth, and Aaron James.
Pink is under 21.
Pink is under 21. Yeah, I did the pink for the under 21. Green's goalkeepers, obviously. So then left wing back, we've got Kakache, Thomason, McLean. Right wing back, Kabore, Longman, Barnett. Midfield, I guess defensive midfielders, we'll call them Sheaf, James, Dobson, and I put Cannon there. And then the attacking midfield options, I put Broadhead, Windass, O'Brien, Rathbone, Lee, and Ashfield. Again, Ashfield's under 21. And then striker options, we've got Moore, Smith, Hardy, J-Rod, and Paul Mullen. Those are the players that are at the club at the moment. So basically we've got to get to 25, and we got to get to less than 25 if we plan on bringing anybody in. So, unless they're under 21, that was the caveat there. So if they're under 21, which like the one Hampus Scotland has been rumored, he wouldn't count towards the squad this season if we brought him in on a permanent deal. So if he came in at right back or right wing back, he would be he wouldn't count towards the squad. So that would mean we get an extra player basically. So what do you guys think? First off, I think I didn't mean to do that. What do you think of obviously our deepest positions are probably, attacking midfielder, which is a little deceptive because,
think about it. Where you need to be honest.
They can do it. Okay, they can do it. O'Brien and Rathbone can play those positions, but they're not the same type of player as Broadhead and Windass. You know what I mean? They're kind of different players. Now, Rathbone, I think, does it better than O'Brien. He definitely scores better goals. He's more of a scoring threat than O'Brien.
I'd like to see O'Brien come back to the defensive midfield.
Yeah, I would too. I honestly, I mean, we've talked about this several times. I thought when we bought him, that's what we were buying him for, to play a defensive midfielder.
In your setup there, I'd happily swap Cannon and O'Brien right now just for their.
Yeah,
I think they'll eventually end up playing if they're staying.
Which it doesn't matter. I mean, we can move them, but it's not like still squad numbers wise. I think it doesn't matter. And I was just going by that because that's where he's played O'Brien. But yeah, you could do that. I would do that. That's what I do. I'd be happy with that four's defensive midfielders. That those two starting, those two coming on. I like that quite a bit. But anyway, so we're deep up front. I mean, considering we only use one striker, we're pretty deep up front. You know what I mean? As far as you've got Moore, Smith, Hardy, J-Rod, and then Mullen, which I think, let's be honest, I think we all are pretty much convinced he's going out on loan again. I would assume.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Paddy? Do we just let Aaron pull the players out of this squad, and then at the end of it, you and I'll go whether we agree or disagree?
Yeah, sure.
I think that's good. That's fun, and I'll give you the floor on that, Paddy, once he's done it. So, Aaron, go on.
Do you want to do it one player at a time, or you want me to just pull everything that I think he'll do?
Yeah, we'll do a quick reason why. So pull a player and tell us why.
Okay. Mullen, I think obviously, I think he's been great to the club, been a great servant for the club, but I think we've just kind of passed up his level at this point. So I think he goes out on loan again. Elliot Lee is my next one. Parkey came out earlier this week and kind of said that Lee's looking for a loan. He wants to get out and play some games, and they're gonna, let him do that. So I think Elliot Lee's out. And then it starts to get interesting.
Jeez, you went to sit on the fence real quick, Paddy.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I think it depends. I think there's a lot to depend. For me, I think probably Barnett goes next on loan. I think you get him on a League One loan. He's proven at the level he can do it. Especially with the rumors of if a right wing back comes in, for sure he goes. But right now we're just trying to cut the squad down.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of flipping a coin. I don't see him. I would say McLean. You could take McLean out. Okay, go. Stop me. Go.
All right, Aaron. Rip the players out that you think are in danger. Right, just go for it.
Just take the ones that are all the ones I think are in danger.
You think danger, take them out, and then we'll organize the squad a little bit neater, and then we'll discuss putting in.
I love it.
And the two under 21s, they're not playing, so they can go to the side.
They don't count. Yeah, they don't count. So
they don't count, and look at they play, but they haven't been getting minutes. Okay.
I think that puts us at what? There's 5. Yeah. So there's.
Okay.
And then I think Hardy probably is. There's a chance he goes too, depending on what we bring in.
Right. Yep. No one else is in danger this January.
I don't think anybody else is in danger. I think some people would disagree with me and would say Cody is in danger. I don't think.
Okay. I disagree with you, but I would be picking Cody. Cody wouldn't be my first pick.
Oh, you think somebody else in this would go beforehand?
Yeah.
That I've still left on the thing? I think Parkey likes J-Rod too much.
Yeah, he does. But he already left him out once. I know it was potential injury, but if you guys want to pull Cody, pull Cody. I want to pull Rodriguez for now and put him in at the end if we've space.
Okay. Well, at least we can buy like 12 players in this transfer window.
Well, yeah, that does leave us with what? 2, 4, 6, 8, so 10, 12, 14.
Let's line them up in their areas and see how deep we are.
You're not pulling Cody out. You're leaving Cody in there.
I mean, I would. I don't think. I just don't see him going anywhere. I just don't think it's. Yeah, I don't think. I think it's more likely.
Yeah,
I think it's more likely that if we were going to bring another defender in, that Scar would go.
Yeah.
and he'd bring in another defender, and he'd replace Scar before he'd replace Cody. And I think that's more. That might be more of a financial thing.
Okay. But you're not pulling Scar
sense.
either.
No, not yet. I don't think you need to.
But there's rumors of Scar. There's rumors of Scar moving to Reading.
Well, there's rumors of a lot of people doing a lot of. There was rumors of Windass going to Rangers, but I don't think that's happening either.
You've got it down to 21. You've got it down to 21.
Yeah. So I mean, we could, and we don't have to go that far. That's the thing. Like, I don't think I could see us bringing in 2 and being pretty happy with it.
Okay. Right. So let's lay it out into our rough 3-4-3, and then when add players back in for the depth if we don't have it, and we can have the discussion about whether we get new players or whether we put the guys back in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There. I'll just put it for kind of sheaf. And of course, 2 off. Jay Thomason, I think. Max. Cody. Scar. Doyle. Okay. Okay. So that's roughly where they would play. Ish. I guess technically. Probably put James ahead of Dobson. But so you've almost got 2 players per position.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you think?
Brunt,
yes, that's 21.
Doesn't Brunt play on the other side for a start?
He can play. He can play. He can play either.
He's left.
I mean, you could say that. You could say he's right-footed. Actually, he's not left-footed. He's right.
He kicks.
I would still leave him on the left because that's where he's played mostly at the moment. I agree, but okay. So, Ken, do you want to start with a problem with this or a question or?
Well, not so much a problem or a question. The first thing is, we definitely know that we're going to have 3 keepers, right? You always have 3 keepers.
I mean, don't see Parky going.
We haven't all season.
No,
because
of injury.
But yeah, I agree. I'm just saying.
And under 21.
Yeah. So
yeah. So I would straight up say Burton's.
So Burton's back in. All right.
So unless there's a world where Burton asks to leave, and then we're talking about bringing in another goalkeeper.
He played very well against Liverpool too.
Yeah. So in that world, you might hopefully be looking at an under 21, which isn't going to cost you the space. But is he good enough? That's the question.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think definitely 3 goalies. I don't see Parky going against. We've had too many injuries with our goalies for them to risk it. Is in my head. For that. Okay.
So that still leaves us with 3 open spaces in the squad because we're on 22 right now.
Well, I still think some players on this field are gone.
Okay. Do you want to call them out?
I don't think Cody makes the 25. I think he stays around the club, but I don't think he makes the 25.
After 6 months.
I don't think I can't see him moving.
Yeah. This is the argument. Yeah, lots of people are saying it.
Yeah. I just don't see him going anywhere. I think it's too.
No, I don't see him going anywhere either, but it's something he makes a 25.
I think he will. Because right now you've got. I mean, you could bring 3 new players in, and he could still make the 25.
Well, yeah, but of the 3 new players, I think in my opinion, 2 of those players that you've got off the field right now are coming back on the field, which means you'd only have 1 spot then.
I agree that I would. Yeah, I could see for sure. I think J-Rod stays.
Everyone that you've got on that field, I think, stays on that field. In my opinion, I'll do mine very quickly, and then you guys can go to what you want. I think Cody comes off and that frees up one spot. And I think Cannon comes back on, and I think Rodriguez comes back on. And that gives you then, what's that give us? 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23, which leaves spots for 2 players to come in.
Okay, so where's your new players? Then let's finish it with Ken then, kind of, with just his general.
I want one more defender.
Okay.
Yep. So in there, yep. Just to randomly put someone in there.
There you go. Extra defender.
Yep. And then I would probably want a cam. I'd want like an attacking mid.
Okay.
And that's my 25.
Okay.
Here's my problem with this.
Yeah.
I don't think we go with 4 wing backs. I think he's going to have 5.
5 wing backs. Okay.
I agree with that.
I don't see him going with 4. I think 5. He'll want 5.
Yeah.
Okay. But like we talked about, if Skoglund comes in, he's an under 21.
Yeah, that saves the spot.
Season, and so it saves the spot. So then you only have to register 4, which would be really good. So that's a possibility.
Yeah, I see Longman as the cover for both sides.
Yeah, me too. I think if we're in a situation where Longman is our 5th choice, I think we're in really good shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a 5th choice and he can play both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Is Longman ahead or behind Thomason now? On the other side?
I think he's behind him on the left.
Okay.
I think so. Could be wrong. We've not really seen that situation yet, but because he's had to play on the right. So
yeah, I wouldn't be absolutely convinced of that if the right-hand side was locked up. I think because he's needed for the right-hand side, it allowed the Thomason experiment. He showed how good he is. But if everything else was fine, would Longman play over Thomason? Maybe.
So that's my question. If you bring in another wing back on the right, that is equal to Kabore, better or slightly worse, or better than Longman, as an example.
Right.
Where does Longman fit into the picture in terms of the pecking order? He's in the squad, but where does he fit in the pecking order?
Well, and you could make the argument that Thomason's a defensive midfielder, and we'd rather him be there, and so maybe he's just our emergency.
Yes.
Left wing back. You know what I mean? Maybe he's just the emergency left wing back when we need him. I thought he was really good though. So he definitely had a really good run there in that 4-game run.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing with both players because obviously Thomason covers the middle, which is where he should be in theory, and Longman covers both sides. Right. So there's an argument to be made to say Longman should be protected. Because he does cover both sides.
Right. Yeah.
And at the same time saying, well, no, Longman, that is his position. So he should be doing the extra minutes. And Thompson should be protected because he's covering the mid as well. And so there's 2 arguments there that are fine, I think. But I agree with having 5 there on that. All the talk has been about... originally, it was about a left wing back and a right wing back, but I think it was Thomason playing so well that reduced the pressure on the left side. Yeah. And now all the talk is on the right.
God bless Macca's suspension is all I can say.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Well, okay. So you can pull my team off if you want, and you boys can go at it.
Okay.
Hang on a second. I want to complain about his team first. the only other thing.
Just Paddy, before you complain, just going to say leading the footy tipping comp. Okay, go.
Okay. Yeah, the only other thing there that I would mention is I feel it's a little light in the midfield because of the problem where you have completely different roles in the defensive mid, at the back being needed to be so solid, and then up the front needing the attacking. So it actually means you need more players in order to cover the depth correctly.
Yeah, but if Kovace's
so
fit, Thompson can play defensive mid.
yeah, so I can understand it that way, but that's something that would kind of worry me because especially in the defensive mid role, I kind of want someone new in there. That's
But also
maybe
O'Brien
better
I think
/
O'Brien
younger.
should be defensive mid.
I do think O'Brien can probably do it. I just haven't seen it done yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to have seen Parky do it kind of almost at least once, just to show he's willing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he can do it. We've spoken about that for a long time. Before Dobson had some of his magic moments lately, lots of people were discussing the idea of O'Brien going in there instead of Dobson.
Yep.
So, yeah, remains to be seen there. But of course, we do have cover from other positions. But at the moment, O'Brien is helping cover the front. And then if you look at the front, I think we're potentially light up there. Again, in people covering each other, if you have a couple of injuries, that can also quickly fall down.
So what you're saying, Paddy, is we need a squad of 30. We need a relaxation from the league.
No, I'm saying what I'm.
Where have we got too many players then, Paddy?
Nowhere.
Well, then how do you get more players?
You get rid of players that are weaker, which we're doing. So
you're saying
my point is that the three positions I think we're potentially going to buy in are a defensive mid, which everybody's been saying, the right wing back, and then potentially a new striker or / a very attacking mid to join up at the front. So they're the three positions. I don't necessarily think we're going to get all the three in this window, maybe only two. Hopefully not just one. But yeah. I don't think this is terribly far off from what's actually
take it apart and go at it, boys.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Or do we even need to pull it apart? Well, yeah, take I suppose the 1 and 2
I think it's just good.
I'll put it back to where it was. I'll put it back how I had it, and then you can adjust.
Yeah. It's good for the viewers to see how you're going to go about it.
Because these were the players. These were players that I said could be in
trouble.
In trouble. So those were the ones that I said could be in trouble. All right. Oh, and then I had Burton over here also, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm starting with this one, I'm putting Burton back in. I don't see a world where Parky doesn't have three. Okay. Unless things change, and I don't think they will. I'm not.
You're right.
Okay. Then starting from the back, I do think we're going to get another player in. I think Scar is the one that's going to be sacrificed. He's at near the end of his contract. He's a bit older. He's a little bit slower. He has done some good work, but he's playing at his max. So I think we're going to go for another player in the back.
Okay. So we'll put one there.
Yep. Okay. Then Thomason and Kakacha on the left is fine. Longman and Kabore on the right. Yeah, I think we need to make space there for a second player.
For another.
For the right.
Do you think we'll bring one in?
I think we'll bring one in there, and Longman will be the float between the two. And as we discussed, whether it's Thomason, Thompson plays, we can.
Yeah. It could be this. And when it could be that, depending on But in an emergency, Thomason can play out there. So yeah. Okay. Either way, same players are in either way.
Okay. Now bear with me because I'm going to bring in too many new players and then we're not going to be able to get them. So I'll have to pull them back out again. Right.
Like I said, relaxation from the EFL.
So where are we at right now? Where are we at numbers wise? So we got
I think 9, that's correct now, isn't
it? There's 9, just 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
I counted 24.
I got 23. 6, 9, 11, 12, 14, 17, 6, 23.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Spend up, Paddy. Go spend.
Then we've got Why is there only 3 in the midfield now? What's gone wrong there? Chief Dobson, Jane. Oh, because you
I
had
had Cannon there.
Okay, so O'Brien is covering. Yeah, see that's where O'Brien can potentially cover if someone gets injured. But
and Thomason
and Thomason as well. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, then we need another up front. We need a new attacker because I think Parky is saying we're relying on older squad members.
So you're thinking striker?
Preferably striker. Yeah, but
Okay.
it could be a solid defensive mid as well, or attacking mid, cam style. So is that it? Or?
No, you still got that's.
Still got one more.
20, that's 24.
You got one more.
Yeah.
So Paddy's bought 3 players. So
Okay,
far.
I'm going to go for a wild card here. Take out my new striker. We're not going to get one.
Okay.
And I will take a defensive mid instead. And I'll put Rodriguez back in.
Okay.
Now it's either going to be Rodriguez or Hardy if Hardy doesn't go.
Yeah.
So, and I think this depends on whether Hardy wants to go because he's too new. I don't think the team is going to kick him out this fast. Okay, so if he wants to go, if he's unhappy not getting minutes, I can see them letting him go and just saying it doesn't work. But Rodriguez is getting the minutes at the moment. So
here's the other question now when you look at the lineups, and I didn't do it with mine, but we'll do it with Paddy's. When you look down the right-hand side of all the players that are not making the 25, who are being sold, sent out on loan, and who are staying around the club to use for practice and,
Okay. Mullen is going on loan.
Go on.
I do think there's an issue with him and Barkey. It looks tense every time he talks about Mullen. I think he's going on loan.
Or here, I'll put the loan players up here. Loan.
Would we all agree that Ashfield's going out on loan now? Do we think that's definitely happening?
I mean, Parky mentioned it, so I'd say it's very likely.
It seems likely, doesn't
it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's put Ashfield. Okay.
Yep.
Lee, he mentioned Lee this week, so I
think
Lee's
loan is gone as well. Loan, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So now these are the others that really we don't. There's no.
Yeah. Are they staying with the team and not being on Paddy's 25, or are they being sold or loaned out?
Okay. All on me. I think Barney should have gotten the hint that he's not trusted because he has been available to play. He has not been getting minutes. When he has gotten minutes, he hasn't looked great. So I think it should be clear that he knows he's not going to get a spot. If a new player comes in, absolutely, he's not getting a spot. I think that's the only potential option for him. Is if for some reason we fail to bring in a right wing back, he could maybe stay. But no, I think he should be looking for somewhere to go to either permanently.
What if we get
one down a contract?
What if say we bring in Skoglund, who doesn't take up a spot?
Well, I was going to get to
in that situation. Could Barney keep that spot?
Even though he'd
be fourth choice, likely right wing back.
I don't think so because then I think you use that extra spot for somewhere else. I think there are other areas you would try and bring someone else
more
in.
Important.
So I was thinking that side. What if we get to the end of this, he decides who's staying with the squad and who's getting loaned or sold, then we bring it down to only 2 signings and see who Paddy brings back.
Okay.
McLean,
I don't think hangs around. If he's not going to get a spot on the team, I think he'll move somewhere.
Yeah. Either paid up or goes on loan.
Either paid up or loan, or I think whatever he kind of wants, the club will just.
Yeah. Same thing with Barney. Saying the same thing with Barney then.
Pretty much, yeah. If he wants a full-time gone, they'll sell him.
I love that Aaron's already moving him before he's asked Joe Paddy the question.
Wow.
No, it's fairly granted. Cannon, I think, is one that could potentially stay if he wants
Because
to.
he hasn't enough game time for other teams.
That's exactly. He's in a hard position in that he hasn't gotten enough game time. How far down would he have to go?
Yep.
So I could see him potentially staying. So I'll leave him there for the moment. I've got a different question at the end that may be relative to Cannon, but for the moment, no. Hardy's another one. I think he should stay. Personally, I think we should maybe try him more. But if Parky has decided he's not good enough, then so be it. You know, I think this is one of the situations where you could talk to Hardy and say, look, it hasn't really worked out. You're not going to get the minutes. Maybe we should just part company now. And I think it can be understood as to why he's leaving only 6 months into a contract. So that's why I think he could exit. But if he doesn't, it really is a fight between him and Rodriguez to kind of ask for that final spot, really.
So Hardy, so he's currently injured, right?
Well, if he's too injured to get a move anywhere, then he has to stay.
I'm trying to remember when did he get injured? Do you remember? Like how long's he been out? Like because of injury? I can't remember when it was.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago though. Because
it doesn't feel like it.
He came on and we didn't expect it, and then he got injured. Didn't he get hit in the head or something?
Yeah, I don't remember. It was an odd one, and it's been quiet on him.
We'll get to this in a second, Matt.
Yeah, start that one up, and then Scar is the other one. I think he'll move for minutes if he's been replaced. I think he'll move on.
Okay.
Now, of course, we can loan him if he just wants to play and he can't find a permanent home. That's what we'll have to do with all our players when they're a little bit older. If they can't do anything. Now, I suppose it's not the end of the world for him to just hang around the club and earn his money if it suits him. And
well, especially for a player that age.
Yeah, he'll be given that option. So, I guess.
So now, take a signing out. Which signing do you want us to take out, Paddy? Of those three.
Okay. The defensive.
The least important one to take out. Number 3.
That one.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one. That's the one I would take out, but I think it's the defensive one would probably be more realistic. But that's my call. I'm calling for a new defensive player. So a lot of other people aren't, and the rumors aren't that we're looking for one. So I'm going against the flow with that one, I think.
Okay, so which one do you want me to pull off?
No, that's fine. Take off the midfield one. I'm just saying.
Okay, you're saying this is what you want.
This is what I would do. I don't.
Yeah, yes. Okay, yeah.
I don't think it will. Is my caveat there? I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So now you got to bring back a player, Paddy.
I'll bring a player to cover instead. Okay.
Well, you got to bring the 20. You'll have your squad of 20. I'm assuming Parky will go for a full 25 to finish out the season, not 24.
That's my next question. That's what I was going to.
That's it.
Because he's historically done it.
Yeah, he has absolutely.
Which means more people would have to stay around the club, probably. You don't have to, but they can be out on loan. You can bring them back, but.
Okay, I find it hard to answer this one. I would probably bring Scar back.
Okay.
But that lends to my reasoning as to why I've taken the wrong person out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. I understand that.
Yeah, because now you got 7 center backs.
Yeah. So that's why I think ultimately it'll work the other way around. But
I love the fact we've got someone lurking in the background shaking his head. It's not your team. I've given you the private message. Come in whenever you like, sir.
Okay. So then I suppose the last question to add on that you almost said there was, could we see Parky going with 24, and why would he do it? Well, if he did it, he could take out a goalkeeper potentially.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Josh?
What a mess you guys did here. Oh my God.
This is Patty's mess.
Getting out Scar. Patty, have you fallen? I know the cat's been Screaming, are you okay? You're gonna get rid of Scar?
I mean, yeah.
Patty's got the
Our
cat scratch
best
fever.
defender, other than Hyman, Pine.
Best defender. He's not our best defender.
Oh wow!
Well, we know it's going to go sideways now, people.
I know. I was lurking. I was like,
Yeah, Paddy's made some good points here.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I think between all of us, none of us will be, I think, 100% right, but we'll be. But you're making some great points.
The issue for me as to why I would be doing this is mainly because Cody hasn't worked. If Cody had worked, then I think we're deep enough in around our defense, but he hasn't been played, he hasn't been working, so that's my reasoning. And one of the big points is that Clewer's position had not been upgraded. We haven't brought in a new position. Everywhere else basically got a new player for the position.
that's a good point. I don't know.
Well, most importantly, we haven't got to Aaron's lineup here. This is Aaron's baby.
I've purposefully not played around with this yet because I didn't want. I wanted to wait until we were doing it live so we could
Well, I
work
think
it out.
right
I wanted
now-
to work it out in real time.
Go on then,
Right
reset
now,
it.
I can put you on the spot.
All
I'm going to jump out
All
for 2 seconds and then come back, but I think you should start, Aaron.
All right, let me.
Is this tactical Miss Fortitude? What the fuck is going
Well,
on?
we did the tactical stuff.
I
already.
know.
Missed it.
I just. Yeah.
So let's.
Cody is I don't understand what the Cody thing is. I mean, I'm surprised he's still there. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Hyman. Yeah.
But he's only just arrived, and
yeah.
it's like if you dump Cody immediately, it's absolutely putting up the flag and saying we fucked up.
Well, they're going to dump Hardy.
And I think you can argue that Hardy would like to go.
Yeah.
And you can just say, look, I'm sorry, it didn't work out. We upgraded other people. Everybody can see why you might want to leave after 6 months with what happened. And I think it's a fair shout to say, look, it was nobody's fault with Hardy.
Well, you can spin.
Whereas
that.
with Cody, yeah, you can spin Hardy comfortably, I think, for both sides. With Cody, I just think it's going to look really poor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so let me do this. All right. I think J-Rod stays. I don't see any chance he doesn't go. So that's 22. Or I don't see any chance he leaves.
You got rid of
That's
Lee,
22.
right? You got rid of Lee, and you got rid of, right? He's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Cannon stays. Parky's talking too much about him. I don't think he's going to let him go.
I don't know about that. You think? I think it's all bullshit. I think he's gone. I think he's gone.
I don't think so. So I think Moles is gone. Lee's gone. I'm not 100% sure that McLean's gone. I don't think we're going to do as much in this window as what we were open or what we were originally thinking. I definitely don't. I'm at the point now where I'm thinking we might do 2.
Two's good. Two's good enough.
Which, yeah, and
it depends on the quality of them, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
two is enough.
Two's
of,
enough.
Of high quality players, yeah.
So, but I think one. So let me bring my first one in. I think we bring in Skoglund on the right, but he doesn't count towards the squad.
Who's that?
Skoglund, because he's Hampus Skoglund. He's under.
Hocus
He'll
Pocus.
still.
Focus.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus comes in and
Yeah.
doesn't count towards the squad. So that one basically, that's cover that doesn't count. We don't have to count him, which means you can keep another player.
Is he 20?
He is.
I'll look him up while you do that. Hocus Pocus.
He's 20. He's
is
21. I think he's 21 now.
But he gets.
But
the
he was
second half
20.
of
He
the
was
season.
20. He was 20 when he needed to be. He was under 21 when he needed to be.
Oh, jeez.
So he's got 6. Basically, this next 6 months he's free, or he doesn't count towards the squad. Next season he will count towards the squad. So I think I'm with you guys. I think Burton probably does stay. And that puts me at what? So 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 1, 22, 23, 24. So I think we bring one more, and I think it's an attacking midfielder.
That'd be great.
And I think that's what we do.
I was just on transfer market right now as we're doing this, and this is Sidibe, defensive midfielder, and Pereira, an attacking midfielder. Those are the two. Paddy said defensive midfielder, and then the Cam. I mean, I'd be good with that.
Yeah. Here's the other thing too. I know we've made a lot of we've talked a lot about O'Brien. I still I think if you brought another attacking midfielder, then you could afford to let O'Brien play back here. Because you don't need him for cover up top, up there.
Well, Thomason plays two roles now. Thomason plays two roles in there.
Yeah,
too.
I know. And Thomas can do this. Longman can do, if you have this guy here, Longman can be, Thomason could be, we could use him more as cover in the middle, and Longman can be the backup left wing back.
And Hyam can also cover that Clearworth thing there.
Hyam can do this. Brunt can do. I think Brunt actually could probably do all of them.
All three.
If Scar stays, he's the backup middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this probably,
because we saw this last year. Remember when Parkinson just kind of shrunk the squad? You know what I mean? He was like, "These are my guys." That's what's going to happen, I think.
I still the McLean one is the one that gets. I just wonder if he'll actually get rid of him.
McLean holds a spot that we can bring somebody in to actually use someone to be.
I just wonder if McLean, maybe Cannon gets a move and McLean does, and McLean stays. I think that's the other thing too. I think it's going to depend on who can actually get a move. You know what I mean? Some of these players may struggle to get a move. Like Cannon. Cannon may struggle to get a move because he's not played in so long. Almost a year now, really.
Oh, football bunker with Barney.
What's that?
Barney.
I missed it. Sorry. Okay.
Do you think Barney for a move?
Yeah, I think Barney's going to get a move. I think if we bring in, especially if we bring in a right wing back, he'll be fourth choice right wing back at that point.
Barney,
you're not going to keep a fourth choice right wing.
Barney will get a move easily. He's fit.
I think he will. But think about what he did in League One last year. Even though he barely played the second half of the season, he was still had the most assists in the league.
Best crosser, I think, all of the EFL. I think he's.
So he could absolutely get a move to League One. So that would be, I think for sure, Barney gets a move. So yeah, I think these guys. This would I would go for, and that this one doesn't count because he's or the number one there doesn't count, my right wing back, because of the because he's under 21.
Okay, so you bought two players, one of them under 21.
One of them, right? Yeah, I went with Skoglund just because we've been linked to Skoglund. That's the only one we've really been linked with. So I went with him, and he won't count towards the squad. So that.
It could be three then. You get Hocus Pocus in, you get Sidibe, and maybe when attacking somebody like that. I don't know. That could work. How do you really want a defensive midfielder, though, don't you?
You on mute, Paddy?
Yeah, you're muted, Paddy.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was still on mute. Yeah, I kind of do, because if you look at the positions and you say, okay, how do we rip this team apart? And you take two from any area, roughly the same position. So like in the defense at the moment, if you pulled out Hyam and Clearworth and said they were both injured,
okay,
that's a dodgy defense there with people playing out of position, covering each other. Scar in the middle, you might be pulling Brunt over to the right hand side, and who's going to sub for them?
Sorry, Kakache's played left inside for.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like then at this point, you're really in injury cover with people swapping around and stuff like that. And then if you go into the middle, you do the defensive mid and you pull out James and Chief.
Yeah, so Paddy's, you're pulling out probably a strong. Well,
of course I am, but this is my point about injury cover and how deep we are in that area. Is if you pull out 2 from any sort of area,
But I think if you lose 2 in any position, you're going to be hurting in that position, though. It doesn't matter what you do.
Somewhat, but I think the backups are weakish. That's my point.
Ask Blackburn about this.
Yeah,
like, literally, they were running like on, they were on IV drips playing us.
Yeah, I mean, if we lose 2 strikers, we're in trouble. If we lose, Windass and Broadhead go down, we're in trouble. If Longman and Kakashi both go down, we're in serious trouble.
Early in the season, when we had injuries, we didn't look so great. Now we're getting players back. We look super strong. Yeah, this is the argument. Paddy, you're right. But yeah, I guess you got to
because we're now playing 3 up front. I actually think that's almost the best area to pull out 2 people and say we might actually be able to still manage. And I'm only saying that now because we have seen some injuries and the backups have been able to score and kind of push that they're deserving of a spot.
Just quickly, does anyone else think that Connor Cody's not going to make the 25?
He played in that friendly behind closed doors against Liverpool. I don't know. I don't know why he's here. Paddy was saying it, accepting defeat. I don't know why he's here. He's not going to get on the pitch at this point. He could not. He could not.
I think to Paddy's point about injuries, he could. Aaron, what do you think about Connor Cody? Is he making the 25?
Yeah, I think so. I just don't see him. I just don't see him leaving. I don't see.
He's too expensive to get rid of. You have to consider the financials of this. It's not easy to just dump someone and pay them off.
Yeah, and nobody's going to take
him. Nobody's going to take
him all the money he's
easily.
I'm not saying he's leaving the team. I'm just saying that he's going to still be around the club.
He's not. Yeah, but he's not. That ain't going to make him happy. He's not going to be happy about that.
You're not. I could be off the mark. I could be, yeah. And I probably
the most disappointing signing we had, for sure.
I think so far, yeah.
And that was timing. Aaron made this point. That was timing.
Yeah. And I think the beginning of the season, we were kind of herky-jerky, and I think, I don't blame him, but we were getting our feet under us. I thought he would have had a little more stability. But
and defense wasn't settled then. We signed Hyam after Cody, and Hyam is all.
I will say this: if Cody played that position the way Scar's playing that position right now, when he plays, he'd have been a lot better. But he was trying to play further forward, like when Hyam played. Well, Hyam plays the middle of the 3. When we're in attack, he gets way further forward than what Scar does. Scar will stand on the damn D. We'll be in their box, and Dan Scar will be standing next to Arthur Okonkwo. Like he's not getting beat deep. He knows he's slow, and he is not going to let himself get beat. He's so far back.
Scar knows the division well too. Scar knows this division very well.
Yeah, he gets it. He knows that's what he's got to do. And I think if Cody had done that, because that was the main issue with him. He wasn't terrible defending in the box. Like he cleared ball. Like he was decent. It was what killed him was his pace, and everybody just was out to get him because his pace was so bad. I think if he actually played deeper.
You don't think that's because of Macca? He was covering Macca, and it looked.
Well, that's another thing too. You had Macca. And let's be honest, Doyle wasn't playing at his best at that time either. Doyle was struggling. So I think there's a chance Cody gets back in and actually isn't that bad. So I think I don't think he's gone. I don't think he goes.
Scar plays so deep, Aaron. It's almost like watching you play that position.
That's where I'd be if I was playing that position. I guarantee you, right next to Arthur. He'll be back down here at some point.
You'd be next to the goalpost with a water bottle next to Arthur's that didn't have water in it.
I'd be like, don't worry about it, big man. Anybody comes out of the crowd, I got your back. Let's go. I got you.
My
I
God.
got you, Ayo.
Aaron does go balls deep.
Hey, always.
This is
Because
fun.
he cannot hit the target. Oh.
Yeah, we don't want me up front. If I'm up front, we're in trouble.
He's
I'm
got
up
less
front.
chance of hitting the target than Lewis O'Brien.
Hey, you know, it happens. Happens to
And
the
I love
best of
Lewis
us.
O'Brien.
What a great by the way, what a great conversation we are having in regards to like the team depth, how we're going to shift it. I think it's a busy transfer window. It might not be sexy in regards to bringing in like a sergeant or somebody like that, but we are playing chess, not checkers. Parkinson has a big job on his hands in the next 16 months.
I hope we're busy behind closed doors right now.
Yeah.
I really hope we're super busy behind closed doors.
Yeah. We're always think about it though. It was the same last January. It was the same the January before that. Like it's always slow, and then they do everything in the last weekend. You know what I mean?
My sources do say that we are going for it. That's an exact. Watch this. Is what I was told. That's what my sources who are here in Los Angeles.
Now, okay, so that brings up another point. I was thinking about this today. Do you think we could be shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit because we're aiming too high and we can't get those players to
Can't get
come?
the people.
Possibility. Nothing's concrete until it's done.
Let me grab this one because I think the magic of what Wrexham and Parkinson does, and Patty said it or Aaron said it. Somebody smarter than me said it. They're at the maximum. We are getting the maximum ability of each player. So whether we're shooting for someone who's 15 million pounds, 10 million pounds, 2 million pounds, whatever the case may be, for whatever reason, we get the maximum out of every player that we bring in. I think it was Patty on a Wrexham time. And I don't think it matters if we're going after, like a Kobe Manu or somebody like that on loan. I think whoever we bring in will play to the maximum because of what the structure of what Parkinson has in his squad. That's what I think.
Josh just said someone on planet Earth said it.
Yeah, but I said it was Patty or Aaron. Someone smarter than me. I didn't bring.
Well, no, you said someone smarter than you. So
Notice he didn't. Notice when he was talking about. I'm gonna point this out. Notice when he was talking about people smarter than him, he definitely didn't include Ken. So, that's
fair. That's fair.
That's what he said. It wasn't me. I'm just repeating what he said.
Yeah, I'm very hopeful that we are shooting big and we can bring someone in at the end of this window. Because we do normally look to the end of the window to hope for a big player at a decent price and that we can convince to come to us. I think the club is in a position right now in the championship where we could convince our first big player to kind of come in and set the tone and start the ball rolling with top-end championship players. So, like, I'm talking the 15 million mark, as has been reported.
Well, Pereira.
15 million for someone. I think we could bring in one of that sort of level and then somebody else. And if we hit 20 million in this window, wait for the internet to explode about Wrexham and buying players and all this crap again. It'll be great.
I know you got something lined up on Transfer Market, the top article, and I'll show you right now. This is the top article on Transfer Market. Sorry, I don't want to bogart everything.
Yeah, good. Go ahead.
This is the top article right now. Where's my shit? Oh, fuck a duck.
Josh is taking over.
There you go. Sorry, I won't. I normally don't do this, but this was right here. This was that's what it was right there. And the two guys are
for promotion
and Pereira. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I'm done.
Okay. So to your point, then, Paddy, if we are aiming to get these players, would you say at the moment some of our existing squad already have agreed deals on the caveat that we get X signings? So the deals are ready to go for these players to go out. Just wait till we have to get.
It's very possible. Yes,
on our
very
players.
possible.
I saw one today that I saw it. I looked at it and I thought, man, that would be a Mullen type signing. If we brought him in, that would be
Ferguson?
us getting us. No, he's not a striker. He's actually not a striker. Weston McKennie
Oh god.
he plays right wing back. He plays attacking mid. He plays defensive mid. He can do anything you want him to do. He's leaving Juventus right now. He's playing really well at Juventus. Okay. He's on like 70. He's on like 70,000 a week.
Oh Jesus!
Do it.
Okay. So it's out of what we should be going for, but it's not so far out that you couldn't make something happen. You could give him enough bonuses where you could bring the wage down a little bit and make it not quite so. But that would be like that's one that people would look at and think, because when we were in the National League and people said there's no chance a National League team gets the top scorer out of League One, right? There's no chance. That's not something that ever happens. But we did.
He would change our midfield. He would change.
Well, I mean, he could play wherever we wanted, but he could do anything. What
was the name?
Weston
McKennie. He's a U.S. international. And that's the other thing. He's a U.S. international going into a World Cup season. Now, that's another reason why I think it probably wouldn't happen. Right now, Juventus have him valued at, the rumor I saw today, they have him at, it says 10 million plus. So they're looking for a bid over 10 million. He's only got 6 months. Apparently, he's only got 6 months left on his deal, and he'll be leaving.
Ooh,
so they're looking to move. So they're looking to move him.
Isn't it fun spending the club's money?
Honestly, apparently he's got Premier League interest. He's probably going to Premier League. But
it
was just one that I saw and I thought, man,
he's not going Premier League at 27.
Huh? Well, but he's playing, dude. He's playing at Juventus. Like, I mean, he's at that level. Like, he's, you know what I mean? Like, he's. I mean, a West Ham or somebody like that would absolutely bring him in.
He's a shit kicker too. He will stir some shit.
Dude, that would be an unbelievable. Again, it's not going to happen, but that would be that type of. It's not so outrageous that it couldn't happen, but it's also like it's kind of outrageous.
The amount of positions they have him listed here in Fatma,
he can play anything. He can do anything. He's literally, that's what he's been at Juventus. He's literally like, they have injury problems. He comes in and fixes it no matter what the position is. He does everything. He's just an unbelievable footballer.
It's crazy.
But I would honestly, he'll probably end up at West Ham or Everton or.
We're getting fucking relegated, West Ham. We're going to take their
Nottingham Forest, something like that. It'll be a lower end Prem team, I think, is where he'll end up. But to your point, I mean,
plays on the right hand side in a 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
Dude, Rick Miller said here, are we bringing in Premier League capable players? I hope we bring in 2 Premier League capable players. Is what I hope for in this window.
Who do you want, Ken? Who are you guys? You have guys targeted?
No, I don't. No, it's just been so hard, like because the club, like I haven't done any homework on it. I would love an attacking mid and a right wing back is what I would love, and I want them Premier League ready.
All right, here's my 2 that I think my realistic 2 are. So I think Skoglund at right wing back, and then hold on.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus at right wing back, and then where's he at? I gotta think of his name. I mentioned him today in their chat. He's at Bristol. The attacking mid at Bristol. I can't think of his name.
Hamer?
No. Gosh darn it. I'll look it up.
Is Skoglund Premier League ready, Aaron?
No, he's not Premier League ready, but he's young enough. Like, he's young and a player you develop.
Mm-hmm.
Is he better than? Is he better than Issa?
I don't know. You won't know until you see him. But I mean, he looks good. Mehmeti, yes, food bunker. Thank you. The food bunker got me.
He looks like he would be in a round challenging him for the spot. Yes,
really.
Maybe not immediately, but you would hope he could. Yeah, looking at him.
Yeah. So Anis Mehmeti is the guy I was thinking of. He right now he's got 8 goals and 6. He's got 8 goals and 6 assists for Bristol. He's
9 goals.
he's got
Michael.
what was it? I was going to say something else. Oh, he's got 6 months left on his deal, so he's either re-signing with them or they're selling him in the window. Is kind of what they've said.
Is the champion? It's where Bristol in the champ? Would they give it to us? Where's Bristol? Oh, they're above us. How are we going to get him?
Yeah, they might have no choice because his contract is up. They have to sell him
We pay him the money.
Yeah, contract is up. It doesn't want to re-sign for that team.
They don't want to let him go on a free. It's kind of their coach had kind of come out and said their coach was talking about him and Viner, which we were in for Viner in the summer, and they basically said that both those guys are trying to get him to re-sign. Neither one of them have yet, and it's kind of out of their hands. It's like because they know they can't. I don't think they can afford to let him go on a free in the summer.
We get a can as good as Broadhead on that other side. And I'm not saying that Windass or Rathbone hasn't done it, but you get someone like that, 26 appearances, 9 goals, 6 assists. I mean, Jesus, talk about danger. Hello.
Yeah.
Could Windass have been that player if he, like, so far this season, if he kept his early season form?
Yeah. I think if he didn't get hurt, I think if he wasn't dealing with injury issues.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of always been the knock on Windass. Like people have talked about that. Like seems like he gets little niggles here and there, just quite a bit. You know, he's always missing a game here and a game there.
He's Ken's
He's a great player, so it's just
he's not that old.
Yeah,
he's 32. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's my age. Okay, sorry.
There you go. Hold on. His name is Patty.
Irish fella.
I've been looking through the chat. I've been getting called out everywhere.
Oh my
God. I don't follow Italian football. I don't care about the American team either. I'll care about him when he joins Wrexham.
I'm with you, Paddy. Who cares about the
Until
American
then, who
team?
gives a fuck?
There we go. We've gone from PG to MA.
By the way,
away.
Aaron put it. Aaron, Jesus Christ. Kelly put it in there. Oh, don't you miss it all coming back together? Yeah, it's good they all be back together.
Yeah. So we take the piss out of each other.
Okay, I might as well pull this up as well. Happy Duckman. I assume this is at me. I don't understand why you care about what other people say about how much we spend, and then whining at the moment and complaining about other fan bases. Our success is all we need, and F them. I don't care about them. I have fun. I enjoy watching it. I'm actually looking forward to it. But yeah, I don't care what they say. Tough.
But I can't understand why they did it. They went and bought a $2 million club, and now it's valued at what? Like they've really made some really bad business decisions, haven't they, people?
Yeah.
That's a horrible decision. Irish. But they call the Irish fella. Irish fella. That's the Irish fella. Mr. Chico, are you new to the channel? The Irish fella's been around for like 2 years. Irish fella.
Silly Irish guy.
Irish fella.
I'm also on extra time after all the matches if you want to come talk to me.
No.
Yeah. Get in there. You get in and give him hell.
And
Yeah.
give it to him.
Get in there. Give that Irish fella hell.
Don't hold back. I do like that he said fella. I mean, that's a good one, you know?
But if you really want to get on his good side, get a pizza delivered for him.
Oh man! Oh jeez, that's a deep cut there.
That's a deep.
You got to be a serious. You got to be a serious
OG
fan of the channel to know anything
know
about
that.
what you just said.
What was the saving of that? Like $20, and it was like
It was unbelievable. How we were on screen for like 5 hours, and Patty
He's still
never
there.
got his pizza.
He's still there. He was asking for a job application.
Yeah, Palmer's saying pizzas, more than one. Patty's got a family to feed.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Sitting in the thing, and he's just like miserable. There's like 8. It was like waiting for going into a.
We had the menu up on the screen with the price of those pizzas. I'm going, these better be good pizzas.
Josh was on the screen looking up prices and stuff. Remember, he's trying to.
Is it Chronos? Patty?
Yeah, so we couldn't read. He couldn't read anything because it wasn't in English. So we're just like scrolling, trying to.
Patty was like this.
Oh.
I would have made you a fucking pizza, and I would have sent it from LA, and we got there first.
And he probably could have sent you a shake.
Oh my God, the shakes.
Oh man, it was so good. Yeah,
What the hell
Bono,
are we doing?
going off the rails. Absolutely, Bono.
That's how
Oh,
we
yeah,
do.
of course.
Welcome to it, people.
Did we just? I missed a little bit of the show. Are we going to win on Saturday?
Yeah, we're gonna hammer him.
Well, I've already given my tip.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with a good solid 2-0, I think. I like a
2-0 from
2-0.
Darren.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tipped 3-0. Paddy won't give his tips till 2 minutes before kickoff because he's strategizing.
Yeah, when is the timestamp? Is it before all games kick off, or it's before the match kicks off? Because Ken's dodgy with time a little bit because he's down under.
No, I've been very lenient. If there's early game, they've just got those games tipped, then that's fine as long as they get the other tips in before the games start. But generally, you want to get all your tips in before the weekend because it makes it easier for me to fill out the sheet and adjust the maths so I win.
Well, you're ahead of time, so technically, is it easier for you?
I already know who's won. That's your problem.
It's cheating.
Well, Marie just reminded us there about the milkshake thing. When are we doing milkshakes? Before this match, or?
I'll go get a milkshake. I should go get a milkshake tomorrow. I can. I haven't been over. So I did something stupid. Someone dared me to go get a tattoo when I was out having a good time that night. And I did. And I haven't been able to do much because I'm like, yeah, I got another tattoo. There you go. But I will go get a milkshake. I will get a milkshake. And if you can name it, I will get a milkshake. So I need to decide what milkshake we're going to get.
I thought we were going to do that. I thought you were going to do that on the transfer show.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, is that it?
You're going to do that on the transfer show, and then you could go like during the show and get it, and people
just
can
order it.
You let the chat order it.
You guys
give you.
I'll order a milkshake.
Yeah, you guys go live. I'll go get the milkshake at the Air One. And then I'll come back and I'll do the whole thing. You want to see
how far away is this place, Josh?
Oh, 2 miles, so like 40 minutes.
Oh,
it's like 2 miles away. It should be a couple. I'll figure it out. I'll time it up. I'll go live at Air One, and I'll order it, and then I'll bring it back.
That's so good.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's so good.
Yeah, we just got to figure out. Somebody's got to go through the pricing and make him get the most expensive one possible.
We got to get
all the special goat milk or whatever.
Ostrom patty.
Ostrom. Yeah.
Is Kelly still in the chat? She might be. I think she's. I don't know. What is it? It's like a bag of what? It's a bag of what? There you go. The colostrum shake. Yeah. Colostrum.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. The colostrum shake. I'm
like Josh needs extra nutrients.
If I puke, oh my God. This is.
If you puke, you better do it on stream so we can see.
Yeah.
Because that'll be a classic moment.
Well, this show was tactical fortitude. We then went into a breakdown of who's staying in the squad, who's getting removed from the squad. Then it's gotten into. Then Josh jumped in, and
then we went old school.
Ruin the show.
Yeah,
which is great. I love it. I think it's been a great show. Right. If you're not entertained here, how can you? You're not entertained anywhere, people. It's as simple as that.
What a disaster. What a disaster. What else is going on? What else? What else? Everyone else doing okay? How's their New Year treating everybody?
I'm sick as a dog.
Are you?
Are you? That's no good, Paddy. Just like head cold or other sickness.
Yeah, a bit of everything. The missus has it worse actually, but
we need to send you a colostrum shake.
I know.
My God, sorry, man. That's not.
You're back at work, Aaron?
Oh yeah, working tins, working my tail off.
Yep. Josh, you're still in hospital?
I'm still in the hospital. Yep, still in the hospital, doing my thing. It's amazing. What a 26 is going to be better than 25. I know that though.
Yeah.
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 And
I'm flat out.
Yeah.
It's been good. Yeah. Great start to the year. It's going to be
real quick. I did want to say one thing for next week on Tactical Fortitude. I want to start, and actually Patty gave me this idea because it's kind of like if I just keep going over Wrexham's tactics, it's just kind of the same thing over and over. So to change it up a little bit, I think I want to start doing some kind of like player profile things. And so talking about our players and talking about their performance, how they've been playing. So what I want everybody in the chat to do after we close the show, I need you to vote. Just write a name. So if you want, in the comments afterwards, not in the live chat, in the comments after, get in there and tell us who you want, whether it's Dobson or Broadhead, whatever, anybody, whoever you want, you vote for them. I'll go through, I'll count up the votes, and whoever gets the most, I will cover that player next week, and then that'll kind of be our thing. We'll let you guys choose who you want, and then we'll do that for the next week. So make sure you get in the comments after the show goes off and pick which player you want me to do a breakdown on for next week on Tactical Fortitude.
Look at you.
So, Kelly's just asked what's going on with poor old Victor's been crook, unfortunately, and very, very busy. So, but he will be back. We love Victor. He's great. Well, out of the five of us, us four are about the same IQ put together as Victor.
Yeah. I'll have one thing too. I wanted to put it out to everybody. I was thinking about New Year's things. Anyone out there, not Aaron, using Grok or any chat to design a logo for the local pundit? I want to see if anyone can do that.
A new logo?
A new logo, not TLP, not the local pundit has to spell out, a logo, and then they can come on and they can host the show with Ken.
Ooh.
Hey. Ooh, okay. This is
okay.
So,
they can host the show with all of us. They can actually host the show.
A bit of clarity around what the logo's got to be, Josh.
Just like a logo, like a new logo, like something we could have. Like, obviously, am I wearing a local pundit hat? No, I'm wearing obviously the local pundit says the local pundit. Let's see if we can get like a logo of somebody. Let's see if someone can do that, and then they can come and maybe we'll send them something, a hat, or if that could be the new logo for them, and they can like host a show or something like that, or maybe even something along those lines. Let's think about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, we're an hour and 43 minutes in. We can do whatever the hell we want at this point. No one's still watching.
Yeah, we're
There's still 56 people watching.
Actually, to be fair, I think we got more people watching down the door.
No.
We're at the beginning.
Well, it was at about 182, and then Josh came on. It dropped down to.
Yeah, that's right. I've
right.
Really
Right.
Ratings killer. Ratings killer.
Yeah.
What Schrodinger's cat? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Schrodinger's cat.
I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. Don't make me look it up. Jeez.
Look it up, Josh. Look it up. Schrodinger's cat. It's actually a.
You should know the reference. Schrodinger's cat. Yeah.
It's a theory. It's a theory. Schrodinger's cat.
I know. Save the Cat, the book, the acting book, the writing book. Yeah.
Cat in the Hat, don't you?
The pictures? I'm good. Oh my God. Unbelievable.
But no, well, great, Paddy, Aaron, great breakdown today. Interesting, different thoughts on who should be in the squad, who shouldn't be in the squad. And we're going to know soon enough, people. I mean, it's 15th of January for everybody else, 16th of January for us down here in Australia. We're only, what is it? Is it 2nd of Feb, the closing day? What's the exact closing day?
I think it is a second.
I think it's second. Yeah,
second
it's a Monday.
Just over 2 weeks, yeah.
2.5 weeks to go.
So what day is actually closing time?
I think it's Monday. I think it's a Monday.
Okay, so Groundhog Day. So that's February 2nd. So we're gonna do a big show for that one, right? Colostomy bag.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And we've got obviously now. I mean, we're fast heading into the weekend.
We are.
So, we are literally. Have you got like a breakfast club tomorrow, Josh? Is that the plan?
Probably. So probably. Yeah. I'm sure I'll think of something. We'll find something will happen. Yeah.
And then we into the game, and then we do game day.
Yeah. Then we do game day. Kelly says it's 7 p.m. GMT, so that means it's 11 a.m. PST.
That's for the close of the window.
Yeah, that's for the close.
Because they brought it back early. Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah.
What time?
So
What time's that in Albania?
Okay, guys, I got to be up in 5 hours. I got to go to bed. I'm done.
On that bombshell.
Go better. Oh my God.
Fantastic. Paddy, great work today, Paddy. We'll get Paddy out of here. Boys, yeah, great fun today. Thought that was all really good. Let Paddy get to sleep. Josh has probably got to go get back to work. I know I've got to go get back to work. Aaron's probably going to bed.
We'll go eat dinner and then probably look at Twitter and see if there's any more transfer rumors. Just saw just randomly, Portsmouth just bought a midfielder or buying a midfielder from Derby. So there's that. Ibu Adams.
Yeah, there's a hot tea. Yeah, there's a hot tea.
There you go. How?
Yeah, it's 4:15 here, 4:12. So yeah, we're good to go.
Yep.
Thanks for having me on, guys. First time caller, long time listener.
Well, I mean, I try to get you on all the time, and you're always like, I don't like that stuff.
Yeah, that's how I text back to you. You asshole.
Yeah, Josh gets nervous on the tactical show. He's like, you mean I'm actually going to have to talk strategy and I just can't say exactly what I want and I don't care whether it's right or wrong?
This, that. It goes like this. I don't know.
Just put the fucking ball in the net.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, how about take some of your own advice, mate?
Dude,
We've seen the video.
I'm no good.
Sometimes I like to just listen because I like to listen to other people have takes on Wrexham. No one wants to listen to how I like to listen. So that's fun.
And
it's a credit to you guys. Yeah.
We put on you look at the amount of content we put out in a week, guys, and so there's something for everybody. You don't have to watch every show, pick your flavor off the menu and enjoy, but make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Consider becoming a member for all the value you get.
Yeah.
So anybody out there that's not a member, please feel free to do that. And yeah, so catch Breakfast Club tomorrow.
Remember, get into the comments. Tell us who you want next week. What player breakdown you want me to do?
Aaron's tactical breakdown of a player. I'll put when we get out of here, I'll put mine in there straight away. Who I want you to break down first up, and we'll and everybody else, please feel free to do the same.
Rich, yeah, awesome, thanks. Yeah,
Go fun. Look, why don't we get out of here?
Yeah.
Look, been fun, Aaron. Great work. On that bombshell, guys, don't forget Breakfast Club tomorrow, and then we get into game day build up. Watch along with Josh. Extra time with Paddy. Got it all going on. Wrexham reaction later in that day, typically with Josh.
Ring and rant, ring and don't rant, all this stuff. Yeah,
ring and rants happening. So yeah, on that bombshell, we will see you all again next time.